It's life-threatening. We're going to see big storm surge. We're going to see a lot of rain. We're going to see flooding. We're going to see down power lines. We're going to see there's going to be a lot of risk if we don't do our job.
A risky situation along the Gulf Coast, according to the governor tonight. A state of emergency remains in effect for most of northern Florida as Hurricane Hermine approaches the Big Bend area of our state. A few counties have issued mandatory evacuation orders for several coastal towns ahead of that overnight landfall that's expected. 4 in Your Corner has crews spread across Florida tonight from Shell Point Beach and Apalachicola and Big Bend to Englewood, Fort Myers Beach and Naples here in Southwest Florida. And we begin with 4 in Your Corner's Chris Welch, who's in Apalachicola in the Panhandle with a closer look at the conditions there ahead of the storm. Chris?
Well, we are positioned here on the coastline in Florida, in Apalachicola, Florida, where residents here, just like in many other parts across the vast majority of the state of Florida, preparing for not Tropical Storm Hermine anymore. We found out just within the past hour, it is now Hurricane Hermine, and that means sustained winds, maximum sustained winds inside the storm now are greater than 74 miles per hour. People who live and work along Florida's Gulf Coast,
this is the fun stuff,
are hunkering down for Hermine.
Running out of boards. Got to go get some more.
Evacuating people who may be in harm's way.
We want to make sure the public is safe, that the tourists are safe. We've already done an evacuation of the tourists on St. George Island, which is our main tourist area. But it's a matter of communicating with the community and making sure everybody knows what's going on.
Floridians haven't seen a hurricane hit the Sunshine State in more than a decade.
It's life-threatening. We're going to see big storm surge. We're going to see a lot of rain. We're going to see flooding. We're going to see down power lines. We're going to see there's going to be a lot of risk if we don't do our job. Everybody needs to be prepared.
But forecasters say Hermine is expected to get stronger by the time it makes landfall. And folks and residents here in Florida preparing for this. But this storm is not only going to have an impact here in Florida, but it's going to, when it's done with Florida, make its way up the eastern seaboard, all the way up to southern parts of New England. Take a live look now. We're looking at a camera positioned along the coast in Tampa, where they're being pounded by winds. This storm, of course, only going to get worse. We expect the brunt of it to come this evening around the midnight hour here, where we're standing in other parts of the Big Bend area of Florida. That's when the eye of the hurricane expected to begin making its way over the land here in Florida, and when those winds and those rains could really pick up. Reporting live in Apalachicola, Florida, I'm Chris Welch. Now back to you.